Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 4 of season 3 of Young Royals. Last episode ended with Simone actually having something happen at his house as a result of all of the attention that he's been getting here recently. Somebody actually threw, it was like a brick or a rock or something like that, through his home window while his mother was home. After a kind of episode that had a lot of ups and downs as far as like highs and lows for the characters themselves, not talking about the quality of the episode, but like some things that the characters themselves have been kind of going through. It had to end on a moment like that. So I'm kind of scared to see where this is going to go from this point onward, but also we're on the back half of this and this story has an end point. So I hope it's a happy ending with that in mind. We still don't really have a status update as far as Villa's mother either. So yeah, two moms are in some very precarious situations right now. So let's see what happens, man. If you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over here, you can get early access to submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 4. Here we go.
No, es que yo no vi nada. Estaba aquí sentada viendo la TV. Fui a ver y había vidrio en todo el piso. No vamos a poder vivir si las cosas siguen así.
Oh no. I mean, I get it, but damn, that sucks. It does hurt things a lot when people know exactly where you live. I mean, it's a small town, right? Not easy to hide that information, especially when your ex is ratting on you to the news, to the outlets, the reporters. Fuck you, Marcus. No.
Hur mår du? Jag vet inte. Du får ta något mer. Polisen, vad kan de göra något? Inte ett skit.
Not with the information at hand.
14 år. Inget sånt här har någonsin hänt.
Well, what's happened here recently that might have changed that? You know, it's been a very life-changing year.
Jag är bara glad att du är okej. Mamma har pratat om att vi kanske måste flytta. Flytta? Prata med hovet. Det måste finnas något de kan göra.
I don't know what they could do. Really? I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, and I'm sure he does as well, but I don't know what realistically they can do to, like, spin this situation a different way. What the is this? Of course that'd be something he's doing right now.
Alltså vilket jävla kuk-nationella alltså. Måste alla nationella vara så svåra? Fattar fan nada. Vi failar big time.
Well, maybe you should have studied.
Utan studenterna är allt slit inte värd ett piss.
Ja, men vad kan vi göra? Månader innan Skolinspektionen kommer med ett beslut.
Ja, men vi har inte månader, Nisse. Vad tänker du? Ja, vi måste göra något stort.
We will ransom the prince. I don't know what the fuck he can even do, man.
Alltså jag orkar inte tänka nu. Jag måste ha någon jävla mat i magen.
Dude, he lights up when he sees her, man. Oh, wait. She was gonna try to talk to her, but then the barrier came up.
Okej, hallå, kom, vi går. Alltså, Felicia, ignorera henne bara.
No! This show has me flip-flopping so much, man. I'm so hungry right now.
Hur går kampen mot aristokratin? 1 maj, arbetarnas dag. Får man inte ens skämta längre, eller vad är det med dig?
That's not a joke, you dickbag.
Blir det inte någon intressekrock för dig?
Man behöver inte vara kommunist bara för att man är för en demokratiskt vald statschef.
Behöver du gå och demonstrera lite?
Fan vad du är patetisk.
I don't get this guy, man.
Boys. Hur fick han idé?
We're going to kidnap the prince. What the fuck? I don't know. What are you doing?
Demonstration.
Har du blivit sosse liksom?
Alltså nej, seriöst.
Well, taking a page out of their book.
Du,
I hate him so much.
på Vincents frågor. Om du är emot monarki.
I don't hate him. That's a little extreme. He's just a piece of shit.
Var emot systemet.
I've seen zero redeeming qualities with that kid whatsoever.
Vad är det du tycker som är så bra med monarki? Alltså, vi är en av världens äldsta monarkier. Enar folket. Utan att folket får välja. Inte ens fått ett eget val. Vad är det för liv?
Yep. Spitting some facts right there.
Det är ett privilegium, inte ett straff. Jag säger bara att jag...
You say that, but you've not been a primo example of that up until this point. That was them speaking through you. That was the expectation speaking through you.
Vi kommer ju få besök av våra tidigare framgångsrika alumner. Ska nämligen få betänka er framtid och författa ett brev till ert framtida jag.
Have you guys ever done something like that? Written a letter to your future self? I've heard that be a thing before. Never been something I've exercised in my life.
Jag alltid ville förlora oskulden.
Okay.
Jag var exakt så här igen nu. Det kan inte bli bättre.
Hej.
Hey.
Så vad ser du på valborg?
Då är du nog den enda som blir det.
Du vet att du alltid kan prata med mig om...
Jag har teoriprov.
Nej,
Jag ska ta körkort.
fan vad kul.
Hmm.
Lycka till. Vi ses.
God, I don't know how many more times I could say it in any different ways. He really does care about her. What I was going to say before he showed up there was like, I don't even know, because they were saying like, you know, writing this letter to your future self, you're like, well, who would you want to become or anything like that? I just thinking back to my time, I was just like, I don't remember exactly what my plan was. I was studying music and I was in show choir my senior year. We had majors, so I was majoring in music. It was like, I don't know, it was something we did there. I initially was graphic design, but I hated that shit so much. The teacher we had was abysmal, so I was already doing show choir and stuff like that, so I already had most of the credits I would need, so I just shifted to a music focus for the final 2 years that I was in high school. But like, I thought I wanted to be a teacher for the longest time, and then I think I quickly realized that was just, I dodged a huge bullet there, but it was mostly the patience aspect of it. And I was just flip-flopping all over the place. Did I want to be a graphic designer? Did I want to be an art teacher? Did I want to, you know, host a gallery? Everything was art focused by the end of it all, because that's what I was mainly going after. But, you know, when I was a kid, I kind of wanted to be an animator as well. That was kind of one thing I really kind of was aiming towards as well. But then, you know, wound up, you know, working towards my degree and doing IT, and ended up enjoying that a lot, because it's just like so straightforward as far as like, it's this is like, it's a problem solving, it's going to be one thing or the other, and then, you know, whatever. And it was just, I don't know. And then this, you know, when I was in high school, YouTube was just, I think like there was, I don't even, like YouTube had just went online not too long ago. And people were just starting to be like, oh, hey, look at this thing. There's videos. Like, it's like, this wasn't even like an avenue or a possibility or a thought at the time. It's just interesting. It's just something that made me think about.
Wilhelm,
Hej Farima.
vad gäller det då?
Ni behöver hjälpa Simon. Säpo eller någon har kastat en jävla sten genom hans fönster. Han är livrädd.
Okej, jag ser över det.
I mean, that's promising. A security detail? If they could actually, well, she said she'd look into it. Doesn't mean she's actually going to follow through on any of it.
Ja, det är därför vi behöver prata om din födelsedag. Drottningen är inte i skick att medverka på kungörandet. Vi vill inte att det ska börja spekuleras.
Jeez. Like, it's gotta, I mean, I guess it could all be mental. I mean, mental strain can turn physical very quickly, very easily. She's just spiraled so hard, so fast. Like, if she's not able to attend anything at this point, I'm just like, we haven't seen her either. Like, I'm just so curious what her physical state is. Like, is she like, or is there something else underlying as well they're not really talking about? Cancer or something else along those lines? Or is it purely just she's just falling apart? I don't know. Like, again, like he's talked about the pressure of what they are in charge of and how that's also something he's also trying to avoid but feels pressured to go along with, you know, and it's already starting to take its toll on his life at this point, and it's just only going to get worse. And then that makes Simone's words earlier probably ring even more true.
Alltså jag blir inte ens förvånad.
Jag kan åka över till Simon.
I can go to Simone's with the security service. Okay. So she's actually going to follow through on the Simone security service thing, at least. I thought she was like, yeah, well, I'll look into it, but it would be one of those things they wouldn't actually consider. But it seems like they are actually going to do that. That's good, at least.
Jag vill att Simon följer med på min födelsedag.
Okej.
That sigh.
Bild mot kronprinsen.
De som har gjort det här
Det kan lika gärna vara ett pojks.
funderar på att vi borde flytta.
Jag vill att vi ska känna oss trygga i vårt egna hem.
Och bo i markplan.
Dude, you could fuck right off with that. This ground level bullshit. Don't play that card with me. What the hell? Your goddamn prince is on ground level. The whole scandal you're involved in right now is because he's on ground level. What the hell? Oh my God. You can't have let those words right out of your mouth, man. Jesus. Ah. And they still haven't even moved him.
Vi ordnar skjuts åt Simon till och från skolan.
Men sen förväntar vi oss att du
Vad är min del?
inget springande på demonstrationer.
You basically just need to be... Just delete your accounts. Wow. Okay. Just be a ghost.
Bra.
Ja, då så.
What a fucking expectation. I was gonna say trade-off, but it's not even a trade-off. Well, I guess the trade-off is the safety, because this kind of is a result of all of the public scandal and attention he's been getting.
Hur gick det? Skitsamma, det är många som inte klarar det på första försöket.
Jag fick 64-65.
God damn.
Fan vad grym du är.
It's the people that's the problem.
Jag blir så jävla stolt bara. Halva körkortet fixat. Det här måste vi fira.
Dude, that's a log of memories, you know? You certainly can't delete it. I mean, maybe make it private. No! Oh, it hurts. Insta doesn't even have a backup of your photos and all of that too, man. Goddamn, that hurts my soul. Hell, I still have my MySpace just because I have photos on there. Even though you can't view profiles and photos and shit like that, I don't think anymore. I still have some that are just saved in there.
Fotograf som är där och tar lite bilder och ber om något. Sen är det en middag på slottet. August kommer där. Jag kommer liksom inte palla det. Eller vill du inte komma? Det är klart jag vill komma på din födelsedag. Vad är det för förslag då? Teman som stiftelsen kan ha. Ledarskap, miljö och natur. Jag tror att det är den de vill att jag väljer. Passar väl in i narrativet.
The narrative?
Seriös, traditionell, smart, stark ung man. Om du måste göra sånt här för att du är kronprins, åtminstone välja någonting som du... Något som kanske har med HBTQ plus...
Yeah.
På grund av deras läggning. Det räknas som politiskt ställningstagande. Är det mänsklig rättighet? Och vadå, ska jag vara liksom förespråkare för alla queers bara för att jag är kär i dig?
Yes.
Simon, jag fattar vad du menar. Det är inte det. Det funkar liksom inte så. Nej. Bara att folk vet att jag är kär i dig gör ju skillnad. Kan inte det få räcka?
I mean, that is a statement towards that in some way, but he could actually draw some more attention and use that. You know, I don't agree with him on that stance. I agree more with what Simone was trying to say there. Did you drop that on purpose?
Nu skulle jag vilja att ni skriver en reflekterande text över innehållet.
Or was that her letter to herself? Is she gonna see it and read it?
Ni hade tänkt. Eller har de kanske förändrats?
Samla alla i stora salen.
Call the banners.
Samla alla i stora salen.
Tja, hej. 300 säger till samling i stora salen.
Hallå? Allihop, Vincent har någonting han vill säga.
August having to be the big man in here to get the attention.
Lika trött som jag. Och de säger att det är för att alltså, nu handlar det bara om att genom fascistoida metoder kränka.
Oh my god.
Och jag kan sympatisera med det som vi kommer visa vårt missnöje på ett sätt som vi kommer strejka. Alla att joina oss.
De hackar på mig varje dag.
Yeah.
Vi kommer sittstrejka.
Jag hade inte haft något emot att få tillbaka min mobil. Du har ju också tyckt att de här reglerna varit för jävliga. Jag har en chans att ta ställning utan att du får...
I get where they're both coming from.
Du kan bara vara solidarisk när det inte kostar dig något.
Yep. Yeah, no. Fuck!
Hallå?
2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's this show. Oh my god. Are you serious? This is a political statement. He's making a statement. I don't know where this is going to go, but I don't know how on earth we resolve this entire story in an episode, in 2.5 episodes.
Hej. Vart är alla?
De strejkar.
Va?
Yeah. Like what?
Är allt okej? Är det något som händer?
Förutom att någon har kastat en sten genom och att mamma vill flytta härifrån så har jag aldrig mått bättre.
Yeah, that's a lot to dump on her right now. She's missed so much.
Som jag by the way inte haft någon kontakt med på flera år, även fast jag har velat för din skull.
Fuck.
Men vad är resten av klassen?
De strejkar.
Va?
Valid reaction.
Det här är helt
Fredlig sittstrejk.
så alla som inte omedelbart går tillbaka till sina lektioner kommer få en officiell varning och jag kommer prata med era föräldrar.
Okay, and?
Vi har tidigare hillisar på plats här idag, så ni skämmer inte bara ut skolan nu utan också er själva.
Och det är hemskt beklagligt. Ingen lyfte ett ögonbryn över... Är ni säkra, rektorn, på att...
He's got a point.
Om de inte ger upp så serveras det ingen middag och lås dörrarna till elevhemmen tills de ger upp.
Oh, it's war then. Looks like this is going to turn into a hunger strike real quick. Well, an involuntary one.
Simon.
Oh, he's joining in.
Fan Simon, har du en till klubb eller?
Nej.
Du får 100 spänn. Jag swishar 300.
For his lolly. Are you serious?
Vad ska vi äta?
Fuck.
I mean, I get it.
Det ska bli en hungerstrejk så hade du inte ställt upp på det här.
Nej, inte jag heller då.
Det är klart som fan att de inte kommer låta oss svälta ihjäl. Jag trodde bara inte att det skulle ta så här liksom...
Oh my god, it's almost like he actually has to like struggle a little bit. Oh no.
Som jag var lite hungrig ibland också.
Ursäkta, men vad är det som är nice med att vara hungrig?
Well, of course, August would say it.
Ja, du kanske är lite yr ett tag, lite illamående.
He probably fasts a lot.
Som att det tystnar i huvudet bara.
Yeah, he knows a little too much about it.
Vi borde ju tagit med någon underhållning.
Någon underhållning, ja, det är det här. August, får läsa ditt. Får läsa ditt brev.
Oh, he's most certainly not gonna let you read it.
Ja, jo, tjena, kom igen.
Kom igen, får vi läsa brev?
Har inte på mig.
Men självklart.
Nej, men på riktigt.
Ja, men vad fan?
Vad fan, sluta! Fan, är det problem?
Yeah, why force yourself on him like that? If he said no, he said no.
Liksom, vad är det som står som är så pinsamt?
Om det är så jävla töntigt, varför backstabbar mig så fort du fick chansen?
Oh,
Alltså, skyll inte dina misslyckanden på mig. Alla här inne tycker att du är helt jävla överspänd. På riktigt. Du blir fan bara tråkigare och tråkigare för varje jävla dag som går.
I mean, that was because he was being blackmailed.
Tack för att du kom tillbaka. Alltså jag orkar inte bråka nu. Jag heller. Jag fattar bara inte varför det blir så fel. Vi tycker olika.
Except that's not necessarily happening, is it?
Lär du dig saker när du är med mig?
I mean, yeah, he's learned some things. He just doesn't put a lot of things into practice outside of this little bubble.
Klumpig. Jag vill aldrig. Inte jag heller. Har du något att äta eller? Jag är så jävla hungrig. 300 spänn. Så jävla hungrig. Hur stört att Henry ville swisha mig 300 för min klubba.
Det är så jävla sjukt.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
1900 kronor!
Are you kidding me right now? We're auctioning off bags of chips. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. We've got people breaking. What the fuck?
Så det här har ju spårat.
Only a little bit.
Hur det kan bli här ibland.
Vadå, sa du någonting om det på en intervju eller? Men vadå, du sa någonting om invigning?
Uh-oh.
Alltså vadå, alla skolor har insparkat.
Men förlåt, alltså är det på riktigt nu? Jättedeppig och så, men du kan liksom inte ta ut det på alla andra.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure she was actually honest. We still have yet to hear back about any of it, but we talked about that before. Yeah, she let it slip that she told the truth, at least in some way, shape, or form, and her friends immediately got extremely defensive about it.
Sov gott.
En gång till.
Asleep with his bag of chips. Lovely. Someone's been drawing dicks on people.
Vad är det vi väntar på nu igen?
Jag ger inte vika för utpressning, Vincent.
Ingen behöver någonsin få reda på att det här tar lite på restriktionerna.
Ni får tillbaka era mobiltelefoner.
They got something back.
De får endast användas utanför skoltid.
Studenten?
Ja, den slänger vi också på.
Och poängjakten?
Absolut inte. Och jag vill att ni ska veta, om det är någon som planerar förnedringslekar så är de strikt förbjudna. Då så. Svälten är slut.
August and Felice are not thrilled about this. Because it just means more of the same will continue on. She knows she's been trying to talk to her.
Den är din.
Oh. Did she read it?
Jag läste.
She did.
Det gör inget.
Så det är ganska sorgligt att det enda du skriver är att du önskar att du kommer må okej.
Men jag vill också att du ska veta att jag är väldigt tacksam över att du var min första riktiga vän.
Damn.
På slottet. Varför gör du inte honom bara något personligt? Ska jag bara komma dit och bara, hej, jag är ett barn.
I made you a macaroni drawing.
Jag vet inte alls. Jag ska bara testa och köra på det här nu.
I'm just gonna try and play by their rules.
Jag vill inte vara känslig sådär, men ja, jag blev sårad.
Yeah.
En sån stor grej, eller?
Nej, men vi vill väl bara inte att du raderar dig själv.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. I mean, people exist without social media. But yeah, don't lose yourself to all of this.
Du minns du den där invigningen som de skrev om i tidningarna med porrfilmen?
Oh, was that his brother?
Och Erik,
Och hans 3 var de som höll er.
Det är inte sant. Du ljuger.
De tog oss till palatset, klädde av oss, radade upp oss. Så sa de att den första som får stånd får spö. Satte de på en film, 2 killar. Bara garvade av vår panik. För vi förstod inte om de skämtade eller om de var allvarliga. Eller...
You can see how this actually really affected him.
Erik var där.
Ja, pojkar, då är ni...
You know, this is something I was saying before. Like, when you're family, you only still really see a certain side of your family. You don't see who they are with their friends, with their lovers, or anything of that. So, like, he's built up this perfect idea because his brother curated that. Probably also protected him from any of the other stuff that he never wanted him to see. And, you know, this is just one of those things too, man. Like, he had his brother up on a pedestal, and I believe August is like, I don't, you know, I think what reason does he have to lie other than to, like, other than to get at Villa right now in this situation, but I also don't know that that's what he's exactly trying to do. It feels more like he's just trying to open his eyes. That, I don't know. People are flawed. People make mistakes. People are fucked up. And sometimes that can all be true of even the people we have closest to us or the people that we look up to, you know, and he acted the fuck out of that scene, man. Oh shit. Damn, man. Hey, I don't know where this is heading, man. I really don't. I said this earlier. We got 2 episodes left. We're building up. We got the birthday party, him meeting the parents at Villa's birthday thingy mabob. The school is bringing back phones, bringing back graduation, barring any crazy rituals or anything like that. Their strike worked, which just goes to show, like, as much as they made fun of Simone for demonstrating that those do have power, but they're not willing to demonstrate for anything huge. It's everything they're demonstrating for is selfish in this vein. I mean, it also goes back to what Simone was saying to Villa about not making anything public that doesn't sacrifice anything for himself. He's not willing to take a risk or a personal risk when it comes to the public image at this point, or stand for something without losing it. And I get, like you say, by simply it being public that they're in a relationship already sends a message, but it's just like he could do, like Simon's right, he could do so much more. He's afraid to cause more ripples than he's already caused. And I don't know, man. Can Simone be okay really just kind of sitting in the wayside like this, just sitting in the background, just kind of being with him silently throughout? I don't know. It feels like so much that he's being silenced. And I mean, it's not even so much. He is effectively. Like, he's got to sacrifice like, he can't post his music. He can't post anything about his life. He just straight up deleted his accounts. And again, like I was talking about, people exist, you know, people don't have social medias and live their lives perfectly fine and happy and all this, but he liked that aspect of it. But it's just conforming to something and whatever, you know. And then there's their differences in ideals and ideologies and all of that, and it's just like, can they make this work? They are persevering for sure, and we'll just have to see where all that goes, man. And then August and Felice are very, like, tormented by everything that's been going on here, you know, especially with, you know, August has to take this, like, verbal public beating from Vincent because he doesn't know that Villa blackmailed him into being that way, and for him to backstab him through Villa to take the prefix ship in their final year and then do all this shit, and then the talking back, the snarky, they try to force it into his letter, and who knows what his letter was. You know, we got to see Sarah's, which was about what I was kind of expecting. And then her whole thing too, just trying to like just interact with Felice at all to express what she needs to express, and she finally at least got that opportunity. And then you just so the school and everything, the expectations, the weight, the pressure, and how it's affected all of these kids in very different ways. And then Felice too being just hounded about what she told the investigation reporters or whatever that came into the school, and her friends getting up in arms about her even just telling the truth. It was like, oh, you didn't tell them about our initiations, did you? And yes, and they just got so perturbed about that. But she felt like the need to be honest, and I think she should have been. You know, she's not been treated equally or fairly at this place, and Simo most certainly hasn't. And it's just these bunch of like snooty little brats running around just trying to have a heyday and doing what they can and when they can and whatever. And for August to have gone through what he went through, what he just admitted to, that he can actually back up and factually say, given everything with the petition that he talked about, the things that they had said, everything they've been trying to say to defend this school, the fact that though he knows for a fact what was said in the paper about the school was in fact true because it happened to him, and it was one of Eric's class like that did it. It was their class that put them through it, and Eric was there, didn't stop it, let it happen. And then after August went through it though, when Nisa came in here, he made sure that that didn't happen for him. You know, they talked about that, you know, like he didn't want somebody else to go through that again. Then them kind of cracking into his eating disorder, which we've pointed out a numerous amount of times, or at least the way he physically punishes himself, which now we've learned also involves starving himself. These kids, man, they're just all fucked up in their own right. And I feel so bad because if it's not self-inflicted, it's inflicted by the society around them, or even the society around them, the way they've been raised and groomed by the status and station which they were born into, which seem even challenged. Like, you didn't have a choice, you know, but the people have a choice, you know. You then, if you wanted to do this, you could have pursued it as an option, as a career or anything like that, but then you're also trapped in the cage of your own birth. I don't know, man. It's just, all of it's so fucking fucked. And then all of that rains down and just causes all of these issues within these kids. And it's just hard. It's hard to watch sometimes, man. It really fucking is. Because then you have the ones that just live and feed off of it, thrive off of it, and know nothing else but it. And then you see the other ones that are just struggling with the pressure, with the ambition, with the political machinations and scheming, and just the way that this whole thing just preys upon their, I don't know, souls, really. Because August finally found something outside of it all, like in Sarah, that he actually really deeply cherishes, but because of everything else, it's caused him to be at conflict with everything else, and he's even at conflict with himself more so than ever. And it's just wild, man. This is such a deeply complex show. But let's go over to Patreon, see what y'all got to say. Got a couple here from VV. This episode has packed quite a punch, didn't it? Just wondering if there are any traditions, like the letter to yourself that your high school partook in, maybe a time capsule, etc. I mentioned that during the reaction, actually. I don't recall us ever doing like the letter to yourself. I'd heard about it. I'd seen it in like media and stuff before. We never really did one. I know we've done a time capsule, not in high school, but we did one, I think, in either elementary school or middle school. I remember putting one together. I don't know that I ever actually buried it, though. I can't remember. And then we have, do you think Villa really believes what he said about being a royal is a privilege? Always felt to me like he was just parroting what he'd been told growing up, while Simone reminds Villa of how miserable it seems to make him. It seems that maybe for the first time he is looking at it from a new perspective. I don't know. I do feel like at certain points, I mean, it is a privilege. You know, he's in a station. It goes back to what Simon was talking about. If he would actually stand for something, he could use that privilege to change the world, to make the world a better place. But he's afraid to make any more ripples than he's already made. But at the same time, it does feel like he's parroting what he's always kind of been told. It does come with perks. It comes with privileges. Obviously, it does. And he knows that. But he does feel trapped. And I do feel like he just, because of what's going on with his mom, what's going on with everything else, him not wanting August to get it, I think he's just resigning himself to his fate more than anything. I still don't think he really, truly, deeply, on any real level, wants it. But who knows, man. We'll see how it goes in these upcoming ones. Fun fact, deleted scene, the lollipop that Simone has during the sit-ins was supposed to be shared with Villa, but because Omar had a cold while filming, Edwin refused to share one with him. So they had Omar hide a cup in his crossed legs, in which he would put his lollipop in the cup and pull out a second one and hand it to Edwin. It got confusing during the takes as which one was the right one, so they scrapped the whole scene. That's funny. I like that they actually took the thought and care to go into that, though, but that's wild. For those wondering, 2K Kronos, which was the bid for the bag of chips, went up to, is approximately $200 US. Holy shit, I would never. I mean, who knows? Most of them are rich kids. They probably can, that's like probably $20 to them. I don't know. But you'd never see me spending I'd starve before I spent $200 for a bag of chips. Was there ever anything frivolous that you thought you were willing to spend lots of money on to have it? I've never done anything like that for food. I've gone 24 plus hours without eating anything, so that's been fine. I think I wouldn't break down to bust $200 out on that. I think the most frivolous thing that I've ever, I mean, honestly, like maybe I've like splurged on a meal that maybe wasn't exactly worth it, but I'd say the most frivolous I'd say I was with money is probably, I mean, it's on collectibles. That's probably the most that, like I've ever actually like, I mean, it's shit I don't need, but I just want. And sometimes it's an irresponsible purchase. Like this Kingdom Hearts chess set that's gold plated. That thing was, you can't even play it. It's like not even a real chessboard. It's from the game. It's purely display. It's got no real rules, no real whatever, but it's a pretty fucking chess set. I don't even have a shelf big enough to put it on there because it's so large. It's just kind of back here. And it's like, well, that was a purchase. That was a fucking purchase. I don't know, man. That's the only thing I could kind of think of right now. And then we have Snale, who says, how do you clock the reaction of Felice's friends to the shenanigans of the protest, particularly to Felice's reaction? Thoughts of the headmistress's decision? How do I clock the reaction of Felice's friends to the shenanigans of the protest? I think they were just her friends seemingly were just kind of having fun because they were just turning it into more of the same, more of the games and shenanigans that they would get into, drawing dicks on people's faces, playing the truth or dare, riding people around, humiliating them, playing almost just like on a smaller scale, just what the thing that got them in this position to begin with, and how Felice and August really just wanted no part in it. They were just kind of like, because it's just brought them nothing but pain up until this point, especially now that we got that reveal from August here at the end of the episode. And then with what Felice has experienced and talked about as well, she just like can't find herself settling in and enjoying any of the masquerading that's happening at the moment, while everybody else is just, I don't know, just acting like there's nothing real going on in the world and that everything's just fun and games and whatever. And that's what most of these kids are really more worried about, is having their fun here ruined, not anything serious of that matter, you know? And that's the thing that's getting discounted, like how this impacts Simone, how this impacts August, how this impacts Felice on a personal level. And no one else is really thinking about any of that. And it's just fucking wild, man. I don't know. As far as the headmistress's decision, I mean, I don't know what she was going to do. I mean, she really didn't have any leverage over them whatsoever, given what's going on with the school and the attention it's got. The kids, realistically, she was trying so hard to gaslight the kids out of the power they actually do hold in this scenario. So yeah, her caving and compromising, yeah, she didn't give all the way, rightfully so, but she did. She didn't have much of a leg to stand on, really, not at the end of the day. But interesting episode, man. We only have 2 more to go. 2 more to go. And, yeah. Remember to vote on the poll for what show is coming next, because it's right now we got a pretty strong front runner, but we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, that's all I got for this one, guys. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get to submit your own questions, comments, and fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. You also get early access. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Kiana Chanel, Adriana Maley, Angela Burr, and Lily Chan Sun. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that have been taken care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help. And as always, I want to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. Thank you guys so much for your additional support. You guys and everybody over on the Patreon help us do pretty much most of the things we're able to do with this channel up until this point. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And also thank you guys here on YouTube, just because without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.